afternoon, welcome to Countdown. Now, did you know this is National Insect Week? You know, so many of these awareness campaigns flop, but personally, I think this one's got legs. Most people seem to hate insects, don't they? But you should know that on average, there are 10,000 insects in every square metre of habitable land in this country. And of course, there are lots of insect references in British music, aren't there, as well? We had Buddy Holly's Crickets, if you're old enough, Adam and the Ants, the Beatles, McFly, insects galore. And not forgetting the man who gave us the spiders from Mars, Aphid Bowie. OK, let's say hello to our own painted lady, Rachel Riley. Hi, Rachel.
Hello, Joe.
Are you scared of creepy crawlies, Rachel?
Oh, yeah, it's making my skin crawl just thinking about them. It's all right over here, they're quite small, aren't they? But if you go abroad, you kind of get butterflies the size of birds, and they're horrible.
Lovely, I think they're great. By the way, I love the frock today. We've got a lampshade at home just like it.
Thank you, Joe.
Enough talk of lampshades and insects. Let's play the game and meet our two contestants for today, shall we? Both debutants on Countdown, of course, because we had an Octa champ yesterday. First of all, Chris Longdon, who's an accountant. He was born in Sheffield, but now lives in Lewisham in London. He listens mainly to classic music, but he's not averse to a bit of ABBA. And one of his hobbies is gospel choir singing. Well, that's quite a broad spectrum, isn't it? From classical music to ABBA to gospel singing. How do you get involved in gospel singing, Chris?
It was through a friend, really, who invited me along to their choir. And I was never formally trained, but it was a non-auditioning choir, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. OK. Bit of a daredevil as well, aren't you, on the choir here? The most dangerous thing Chris has done, he says, on a stag weekend, he did some co-steering. Which is what, Chris?
It's a kind of combination of swimming, climbing up rock faces, and then jumping off them.
Right. And why would you do that? Was it alcohol-related?
No, actually.
No.
Stone cold sober.
OK. Chris Longdon, up against him. Well, actually, Jean Tierney's a bit of a daredevil as well. We'll come to that in a moment. She's a retired learning mentor and teaching assistant, lives in Liverpool, married with a couple of sons, Sean and Adam. And she says her biggest achievement was parascending last year. Scared stiff?
Oh, wow, yes, but it was fantastic. I just thought, I've got the opportunity of doing it, and I'm probably not going to be able to do it again, and it was just fantastic. And I went up, my husband and I went tandem, as it were.
Where was this?
And it was, oh, now you're asking, Tunisia. Oh. Yeah, it was just the most amazing thing, but they wouldn't let me wear my glasses, so I couldn't see a thing, which was a bit of... Oh, well. It was high up, anyhow.
You're a lover of amateur pantos as well. You appear in a lot, don't you, Jean?
Well, I don't know about a lot, but the more amateur, the better. Yeah.
What sort of roles do they give you?
Well, these days, funnily enough, it's usually the dame.
Oh.
I can't understand it. There you go. It's just good fun.
OK. Well, let's hope this is good fun as well.
No.
Jean Tierney,
Thank
who's up against Chris Longdon today. In the corner again, a lady who knows her entomology from her etymology. Thank goodness one of us does. Susie Dent, and singer and presenter Aled Jones. Now, fellas, we're not afraid of insects, are we, Aled?
Of course we're not.
No, no. To tell you the truth?
No, I'm petrified of them, especially the big ones. I tour quite a lot in Australia, and they've got sort of proper insects there, you know, insects that kill.
Nasty.
Yeah.
So, Susie, what is the difference between entomology and etymology?
Etymology is the origin of words, and entomology is the study of insects.
Oh, right, OK. So if you study insects, you probably know the answer to this one. Why do bees hum?
Oh, I don't know. I know they used to be called the humblebee or the humblebee, but I'm not sure you've got a punning
Because they can't remember the words.
Sorry, I should have meant that to you earlier.
Do you think we should get on with this? Chris has won the toss. It means he gets first pick of the letters in this opening round. Off you go, Chris.
Consonant, please.
Thank you, Chris. Start today with W.
And another, please.
C.
And a vowel.
O.
And another vowel, please.
A.
And a consonant.
P.
And another consonant.
N.
And a third.
R.
And a vowel, please.
O.
And a final consonant.
And a final T.
And for the first time today, here's the countdown clock. Jean, how many?
Only 6.
And Chris?
A 6, but I've not written it down.
OK, what's yours then, Chris?
Captor.
Captor. And Jean?
Cantor.
Cantor. Captor
Yes.
and Cantor, yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Probably as good
sixes.
as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Cantor and Captor settled in the early nerves, both on the scoreboard. Chris and Jean, 6 points apiece after that opening round. And Jean, it's your pick.
Vowel, please.
Thank you, Jean. Starts with I.
And another.
Another I.
And a different one.
We'll try E.
Thank you. A consonant.
P.
A consonant.
X.
A consonant.
N.
A vowel, please.
A.
Consonant.
S.
And another consonant, please, Rachel.
And the last one, T.
And your 30 seconds starts now. Chris, what have you got?
6.
And Jean?
7.
OK, what's the 6, Chris?
Pixies.
And Jean?
Panties.
Panties. Jean's got panties.
Glad to hear it.
But it's there, I assume. Fine, isn't it?
Definitely there, yes. And always in the plural. You can't have one panty.
No.
Just so you know, in case it comes up again.
Was there anything to beat panties?
That's
No.
sapient, wasn't it?
Oh, sapient's very
Yeah,
good
7
as
as
well.
well.
Wise, yeah.
But panties takes it for Jean. Chris has 6, and Jean moves on to 13. Chris, it's your choice.
Consonant, please.
Thank you, Chris. T.
And another, please.
S.
And a vowel.
E.
And another vowel.
A.
And a consonant.
T.
And another.
C.
And a vowel.
E.
And a consonant.
M.
And another consonant, please.
And finally, N.
And time starts now. Jean, what did you make of that?
8.
8. Chris?
8 as well.
OK, what's yours, Chris?
Casement.
And Jean, yeah?
Casement.
Yep.
Superb.
Yeah, casement,
There.
excellent phrase, isn't
Well
it?
done.
Unbeatable, I would imagine, but
You're
Yeah.
right.
Is it?
Yeah, we had a couple of 7s, cements and menaces, but no, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
yeah, casement, tremendous for Chris and for Jean. Moves Chris on to 14 and Jean on to 21.